Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about feeling good, feeling well, feeling strong, and fighting that flu bug. This is Wellness Wednesday. My name is Isabelle and I am your health and wellness coach. And I welcome you today. And I was looking around, talking with some clients, and everybody seems to be feeling a little bit under the weather, feeling a little bit sick, like their immunity is down. So I thought it would be awesome to be able to discuss this today with you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And I am also working on something for you, all free. And it's a little guide on the crush it cure if you want. Before you start feeling the cold really set in, as soon as it starts setting in, there's a way to really crush it. It doesn't work all the time, but sometimes it works fantastic. Now, if you're interested in that, I left you my email address in this post, and you can just send me a quick email and ask to get your Crush It Cure guide, and it'll be my pleasure to send it off to you. All right, so let's jump in. All right, so what happens when we start to feel a little bit sick, and why does it happen sometimes and not happen some other times? Well, it's very simple. It's how strong your immunity is. Now, there are different things that can affect your immunity. And of course, when this is lowered, when you're feeling tired, drawn out, overdone, have eaten too much, all this can affect your immunity. As soon as your immunity is down a little bit, and there are massive changes in the weather, and if on top of that you add some stress or something like that, for sure it is much easier for you to catch the cold bug. All right, so what is the one thing that we want to make sure that you're getting all the time? And that is plenty of rest. I know, you keep hearing it all the time and it seems so doable, but it's not that easy. We actually have a challenge, a month-long challenge in my Female Tribe Facebook group going on, specifically on sleep, because it's not that easy. Now, we know it's not that easy right from the get-go because sometimes young children, even babies, struggle with sleep. So what creates problems with sleep? Stress, digestion problems, bowel problems. For us as adults, things that are not settled yet. So they keep kind of going around and around and around in our mind. For sure, that is going to create some problems with the sleep. There's also other underlying factors. It might be hormonal, as much for women as for men of all ages. Now, if you're just joining us, welcome. I'm happy that you're here, and I ask you to just put in a little comment so I know that you are there, otherwise I can't see you. And we are talking about feeling good when the cold bug hits. And our first point is rest. We want to make sure that we are resting well, plenty of it, and in a positive environment. That means setting up some healthy sleep habits. The more it is a habit, the easier it is. It's like the rest. So you want to go to bed around the same time, get up at the same time, and have the same nightly rituals. You want to make sure that you're sleeping in a nice dark room in a comfortable spot, and you want to stay away from any blue light as much as possible. Now, for those of you who are not sure what the blue light is, it's anything that comes off a screen. You want to make sure that you're far away from that right before bed as much as possible, because it will affect your sleep quality. And it doesn't mean because you sleep 8 hours or 6 hours or 10 hours completely without interruption that you're getting quality sleep. So if you are sleeping well, for sure your immunity is going to be stronger. Something else that you want to make sure is happening for you, and that's you're properly hydrated. It sounds a little weird, I know, but it is true. If you are dehydrated, everything is not working properly. Now, the goal in being hydrated is taking some good water, and by good water, I mean we don't necessarily want tap water or water that has an extra amount of minerals added to it, or coffee, or black tea, or energy drinks. All that does not count as proper hydration. Your entire body is mainly made up of water, and to properly function for your nervous system, for your brain, for all of your cells to properly function, they need to be properly hydrated. So we're talking about a good quality of room temperature water is ideal. We're talking about any kind of good quality herbal teas. And in your water, you can absolutely add some chlorophyll to it. It'll give it a little bit of a taste. And nowadays, you have all sorts. The regular kind is usually the best kind to choose, but if you want to try other kinds, absolutely go for it. The other item, your gut, your bowel movement. I know it's kind of weird to talk about it, but when you speak to a naturopath and all other healthcare professionals out there, they're going to talk to you about your gut. They're going to talk to you about regular bowel movements. And if they don't, and you're struggling with health issues, that's a problem. You absolutely need to have regular bowel movements. In with the good, out with the bad, in with the what you need, and out with what you don't need. If there is not regular circulation in that, it's just like not breathing properly, not eating properly, not sleeping properly. It's a cycle, and it needs to be good. Remember, your colon is porous, so that means blood flows through it. And in that last part of your intestine is where we go and get the vitamin B, so important for your brain and your nervous system, and a whole bunch of other minerals. If you are not properly eliminating, there is massive waste material there, and it gets spread out throughout the body. I know, not a great topic, but still the truth. It's not because we don't want to hear something that it doesn't exist and doesn't affect us. So make sure that you're regular. There's full of great things, natural great things out there that you can absolutely use to make sure that you're going to the washroom on a regular basis. And this ideally means you eat, you go to the washroom, you have a bowel movement. If this is not possible because of lifestyle, then it's at least once a day. All right? All right, so we've talked about rest, hydration, your gut, bowel movements. So what else? What else is important? If you're feeling that your immunity has been compromised, if feel a little bit under the weather and it's already starting, the first thing that you want to do is all those 3 things that I mentioned, plus you want to start eating better. That means you cut out everything white, all the refined sugars, all the breads, all the stimulants, and everything that's acidic. So what are we talking about when we talk about something that's acidic? We're talking about coffee with sugar and milk. Boo, we don't want that. We're talking about red meats. We're talking about candies, sugary desserts, etc. All right, you get the picture. We want to cut this down to a minimum, and we want to feed on everything that actually feeds and nurtures our cells so the immune system is boosted. So everything with a great, beautiful color will be helpful. It's packed with vitamin C and antioxidants, so you want to have that, and a lot of leafy greens. Absolutely wonderful. What else can you do? Well, you can absolutely boost your intake on vitamin C. Now, vitamin C gets, every day you need to replenish in vitamin C, because it's not like vitamin D where you can actually get a buildup in your body. That's why for us Canadians, during the summer, we get a lot of sun, as long as you're not covered from here to toe, and that you don't have tons and tons of cream on, then the vitamin D can, filter through, and you can build the amount of vitamin D that's in your body. Vitamin C is not like that. Every single day, it will leave your body, and it leaves through your urine. So every time you pee, you're peeing out some vitamin C. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of it, especially if you feel your body is a little bit tired already, being attacked by the flu bug or any other viral bug out there. You want to make sure that you up your quantity of vitamin C. So I have a lot of clients that ask me, how do I know the proper amount of vitamin C to use? Well, the proper amount of vitamin C to use regularly, it can be anywhere from 500 mgs, that is good. But when you're combating a cold, you absolutely want to raise that to a significant amount. What will tell you if it's too much is your kidneys. So your kidneys are about at this level, you can see right here in the back. If they start hurting, that means you're taking in too much vitamin C, and you will notice the change in color in your urine. All right, so if you're just joining us, hi, I'm happy to see you here, and we're talking today about beating the cold bug and everything you can do to feel better, feel stronger, and to make sure that you're combating those germs. All right, so there's a whole bunch of stuff that we've already gone through. I'll recap at the end, but if you're joining us right now, we're talking about vitamin C and the importance of really having a high quantity of vitamin C when you're feeling under the weather. Now, I do not recommend having this high amount of vitamin C all the time, but when you're feeling it right away, you want to increase the amount of vitamin C, and you want to spread it out during the day. No vitamin C if you can later on at night, in the evening, because it is a stimulant and it might keep you up at night. But know that vitamin C is one of nature's natural antibiotics. It's strong, it's powerful, and you do need it to combat the flu bug. All right, everybody still with me? If you're still with me, send me a little thumbs up, a little heart, so I know that everything is nice and clear. Awesome. What else do we need? Now, if you're already stuck with the flu bug and you're having trouble, you're feeling tired, and you can absolutely tell it is in there because you might have fever, aches and pains, runny nose, the whole thing, the whole kit. All right. What you need, the best thing to take are natural antibiotics, and the easiest ones that you can find in any natural health food store is a tincture. Now, if you're unsure what a tincture is, it's just a small little bottle that has a dropper, and so it's a little thing that you squeeze, and it's full of liquid. So what has happened is the plants have been put in a solvent to extract all the important nutrients of those plants, and they have been bottled, so it's just like antibiotics, but in the proper dosage. And it is very, very, very powerful, and it will work to help you feel better. So what you're looking for in a tincture, You want garlic, you want thyme, and you want echinacea. Those are the 3 basics. If they don't include that, don't even use it. It's not worth it. Those are the 3 main ones. Now, some extra really great things: oregano, cayenne pepper, absolutely fantastic. There's a few other ones that you can add in there, but make sure that you have garlic, thyme, and echinacea in there. If you are still struggling and you need something more powerful, then you want to drop me a line and I'll recommend some other natural, even in tincture form, antibiotics. All right, but for everyone, even kids, you can absolutely use these tinctures, and you can find them anywhere. They're very easy to find in any natural health food store. I make my own. I make them for my existing clients and, of course, for my family and for myself. As soon as we start feeling a little bit under the weather, vitamin C and this kind of tincture. Now, if you are struggling with high temperatures, you want to be careful. Temperature is good. It means it is burning the virus, and you want to let it run its course. What we don't want is when the temperature is getting too high. We don't want that. If you're looking for a supplement to lower body temperature, yarrow is the way to go. You can just use it as an herbal tea. It's a great way. If you have it as a tincture, you can also use it that way. But personally, I prefer using it as an herbal tea. It is very, very rare for myself and my family that I will use something to lower temperature, because we need it to kill off the bug. Now, a lot of people, what happens is they will take pharmaceutical things to bring down the fever, and then the child or the adult, they feel better, and then 2 weeks later, oh, they're sick again, and they're sick for a week, and they take more pharmaceuticals, and then they feel better for 10 days, and then poof, they're sick again. It's because the immunity is always low. And when you take pharmaceuticals, it will alter your pH in your body, and it will attack the gut. Remember what we were saying earlier before, that immunity is found a lot in the gut. So if you are taking pharmaceuticals, you want to make sure that once you're done with that, that you bring up your immunity. And you can take this tincture that I was just talking about, and you can take a regular dose of vitamin C, and you want to make sure that you're getting plenty of rest, proper hydration, that you have proper bowel movements, etc. All right. If you have any questions, just make sure that you jot them in the comments. Otherwise, we are still going. All right. Everybody's still with me? Everybody's still good? Awesome. What can we do? What else can we do? We were talking about vitamin C, and I talked a little bit about vitamin D. Very, very important, not just for your health, your physical health, but for your psychological health, your emotional health as well. When we are lacking vitamin D, we can even feel a little bit depressed. Sometimes we call it seasonal depression because the days are shorter, there's a lot of darkness, it's cold, we might not be seeing the sun at all. And, you know, being in contact with the sun through the window is not the same thing as when it actually hits your skin somewhere on your body. All right. To start synthesizing vitamin D, you need to be exposed to sun or sun rays. They don't have to be direct. It can be a nice cloudy day, same thing, for about 20 minutes directly on your skin. Anything below that, you're not raising your vitamin D levels. And remember, our body stores vitamin D. So if you get tons of it during the summer, you should be good throughout the winter. But if you're not, if you're starting to feel kind of bummed out and tired, maybe having trouble getting up in the morning, feeling a little bit sick, always tired, or even if you're resting well, vitamin D might be it. And make sure that you have a proper amount of zinc. Zinc, it fights bacteria, fights infections, fights viruses, is awesome. You can get it just as a zinc supplement or take a multivitamin. So during the colder months, during the winter months, a multivitamin gets a real thumbs up for me. All right. Now, I wanted to add this as well because it really works. It's a little bit out there, but I think it's really cool that it works. So if you're struggling with colds and you don't feel well, or your little ones are struggling with colds, they don't feel well, they have a fever, onions. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but onions really work. So you take an onion, you cut it up, and you leave it out. It kind of sucks all the how can I say this? It sucks everything that's bad in the air into the onion, and it actually raises the immune system. You can put it under your feet, but please be careful because the onion can actually burn the skin, and it will act the same way. It will pull all the infection, not bacteria, but the virus and everything like that. It will pull it out of your system, but it can burn the skin. So if you're doing that, make sure that you can coat it a little bit with oil before putting a little bit of onion, and then you just put a sock over it or just put it in the room. Personally, when my son gets sick, I cut up an onion and I put it in the room when he's sleeping at night, and it is really effective, really good, really out there. But it works. So I'm a strong believer that when something works, use it. We know the benefits of taking onions internally, and it absolutely works externally. All right, so let us recap. If you want to stay strong and healthy, make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, good rest. And if you missed, just go see the beginning of the video. We go into detail about what's important about proper resting, proper hydration, a very healthy gut. Watch out for the foods that you are taking. Make sure you have enough vitamin C. And if you are already sick, you're going to increase the amount of vitamin C that you're taking daily, as well as specific tinctures. Tincture that has garlic, that has echinacea, and that has thyme. It also gets a thumbs up for me. Make sure that you have enough vitamin D, a multivitamin, and if all else fails, cut up some onions and leave them hanging around the house till you feel better. All right? So there you have it. If you want my Crush It Cure guide, make sure that you send me an email and I will send it along to you as soon as I'm done with it. I should be completing it today, but I didn't want to wait any longer to talk to you about this because it is so important and too many people are feeling sick nowadays, so I just wanted to put it out there. But if you do want this guide, send me a quick email asking for it, and it'll be my pleasure as soon as it's done. I'm going to send it off to you free and with a big virtual hug. All right? Have a fantastic day. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Stay healthy. And I will see you soon. Bye for now.